Right, I'm just at the border here with the Czech Republic and Slovakia. A couple of years ago, Slovakia wasn't part of the EU, and you used to have to go through all these bullshit borders here and it could take hours and hours and hours to get through, you know. But now, thanks to the EU, straight through. Right. You can almost say that's Slovakia. Hills, green fields, lots of yellow flowers. I think that's rapeseed. And just these nice ambling roads running through the countryside. Beautiful blue skies. It's a lovely place to drive around in. You can see the castle up over here over my right shoulder. And it sits above, like they all do, over a village. It's really weird. As you're driving around Slovakia, that's the second or third one. I saw about 2 of them in the Czech Republic. And apparently there's a heap of them in Poland. So this is where the old nobles and gentry and all these boys used to live, you know. They're all just tourist attractions now. No such thing as the nobles anymore. Not since the communists came and the proletariat took over, you know. And all these lot were put to rights, put to the fucking sword, mate, you know. Well, I was almost there. About 70 metres from the place I'm staying tonight, but it's like a car and a motorcycle just 10 feet up the road here. Hopefully they're alright. I'm just going to try and wait to see if I can get a path through the road. It took me forever to find the place, you know, because the GPS is no longer working. So it's just all old school maps and stuff now, you know. But I found myself looking, there's a car just hit a motorbike, but it was literally just, it looks like it was about 5 or 10 minutes ago, so it could have been me, you know. Slovakia is the end of the easy stuff as far as I can see it. Like, they still take euro here, for instance. You know, most people understand a couple of words of English. The GPS has just stopped working. None of the roads or the towns that you see over there are on it. But this is still easy. But from the moment I cross into the Ukraine, as far as I'm concerned anyway, and it's really ignorance talking because I've never been there and I don't know what it's like. I think that's really where you're kind of into the danger zone. Danger, Will Robinson. We'll have to wait and see how that works out though. But the weather is incredible. I'm dressed for Siberia, you know, I'm dressed for Mongolia, -10 at night, that sort of thing. And ever since I left Ireland, bar a cold kind of afternoon in England and a sleety morning in Germany, it's been absolutely outstanding. The weather has been incredible. When you're on a bike, all the gear you're using ends up pretty smelly by the end of the day, especially if it's warm. Which, although all my gear is warm weather, or sorry, it's to keep me warm in the really cold weather. The sun has been shining since I left Ireland, but I'm not complaining about that. But so you end up having to do a disco dance on your clothes in the shower. So you know, take off the socks and jocks you're wearing that day, and you shower with them, so that and then you hang them up so that they're clean or dry for you the next day. Hey, that's a small price to pay. I've got hiking boots on, right? And of course the fucking hiking boots, you don't decide to keep your feet fucking warm and freeze at cold temperatures. So my feet are just roasting the whole time, and the smell of them is only fucking shocking. But twice now, because Bar done on Phil, but here we ended out up in a disco, you know, or a nightclub, and you're out there, and I'm wearing hiking boots into a fucking disco, just looking like a total gobshite. One of Slovakia's most famous tourist attractions is a medieval castle in the town of Boznice. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that wrong, so mucho apologies to all the Slovakians out there. But this is a fantastic place to come and visit and a great place to spend the night. I left Bojanice this morning and I'm heading for the town of Košice. It's about another 148 kilometers, and I know that because the sign there, the sign right there says it. Ooh, smart guy. It's really easy to travel in. It's got petrol stations and all that sort of stuff, just like back home, you know, and on the run or that sort of stuff. You can just pull in, get a cup of tea, fill up, sit down, restaurant, and then you're back on the road again. So, you know, lots of mountains, not spectacular mountains, but lots of kind of hills. You know, it's spring, so the trees and fields are all in bloom. You know, there's no dodgy cops or anything like that. And not that you would expect that there would be, because this is Europe. So I can't really say much more than that. It's real nice. That's just my map of the Czech Republic and Slovakia. And look at the width of the bed. You know, that's a double bed. It's almost the width of it. And it's twice over. Every time you get through a country, you gotta dump one of these bad boys. You're dragging that, tearing that apart, looking for the various places that you're going to stay every day. So it's fun. But you get a nice sense of achievement and accomplishment every time you dump one, you know. Believe it or not, I only actually have one more map. The map I have now is an ATMAC. I think that's at least how I think it's ATMAC. It's the Russian crowd, and that's going to take me the whole way to Magadan. Ukraine border in the morning. You know, and you always think that that sentence should be finished with Ukraine border in the morning. And that's where everything started to go wrong. Or maybe easy, who knows? You never know. Bit nervous about it though. Ukraine border, the point at which things get hard. Ukraine border, the point at which things started to go tits up. Ukraine border, the point at which things went really well. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. A couple of things you're never ever likely to see in Ireland, and one of them is definitely a tank parked up by the side of the road. And even if you were to see a tank, you're definitely not going to see two of them. But that's one of the great things about travelling in, you know, what was the behind the old Iron Curtain. So I left just on the outskirts of Košice, the western outskirts of Košice, and I'm heading for the Ukraine. It's been pissing rain all morning, and it's like fucking miserable. All the towns are coming through. It seems like the closer you get to the Ukraine, things are starting to get a bit, you know, poorer or whatever. Maybe that's just my impression because the weather is bad, but, you know, there's a German Shepherd over here pulling apart bags of rubbish and all that sort of stuff. So it is a bit rough and ready, there's no doubt about that. I think if these things were in Ireland, there'd be hundreds of people pulling in to take a look at them. There's nobody interested in them here. I guess it's just what maybe people are used to them here, but back home there'd be kids wrecking this. I'm a bit nervous about getting to the border with the Ukraine, I'll tell you that for nothing. At the border post now, so hopefully everything goes well.